We are live. So I
Awesome.
asked her, you know how in the reading it said watch the video?
I thought it was just the slideshow.
Well,
Although,
wait,
did it say watch a
Me
video
either.
too?
she
Oh,
said
I was thinking there was
she
a
said
video
if
there.
the video, yeah, she said if the video's not there, she's like, sorry, the pictures on the slideshow should be good enough.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I was like, I
I
only
was
see
looking
video,
at
I don't
that
see a
the
video.
PowerPoint also. The
Yeah,
PowerPoint only.
yeah. So if we just looked at the pictures, that's all we seriously needed to look at. And I
Yeah,
guess
that should be just fine.
the other assignments we've done. But
And,
yeah, these are
I just pulled up the questions so I can ask the first question.
okay.
So it says, as you look at the
Okay, right.
pictures of Victorian fashion, what sorts of inferences can you draw about the society?
Hmm.
We pull up the pictures here.
Yeah, well, from the pictures, I see that society's view of beauty was changing because women were wearing smaller and tighter corsets where made their waist look so thin.
Mm-hmm. Like ridiculously thin.
Yeah,
Like, because even their shoulders and stuff, their arms would be really poofy, and then their waist would just be sucked in,
Yeah.
and then their butts and their legs
Yeah.
were just like
So
huge again.
small, very
yeah.
thin. Mm, yeah.
And that one picture
Uh,
where it
my
showed.
idea is I saw the.
Sorry, go, I know.
Uh, no, just yeah, Aina. My name is Ina. You call it Aina.
I know. Sorry.
Yeah, right. Uh, it's okay. Yeah. What sort of influences that can I draw about society? As I was thinking, as I see the pictures in the PowerPoint, and I was thinking about the society where I live, like here in the islands of Tonga, and I see the changing of the fashions in the time in the society. As I see those all these dress and as I can say, the model in that time, and I see how wealthy that society and also the lifestyle that they're having. So I see how it influences the society in the lifestyles and I can see how all those dresses that we have seen in the movies and sometimes as you see that one you're thinking of the fashion that society is having. So that's my idea about number one.
Yeah, that's so true. Sorry, Samson just texted and was like, "Can you invite me?" I was like, "I did."
Are they coming?
Yeah, thank you. I'll
I
even
think,
add Kevin again just in case.
okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I think that the two most prominent pictures in the slideshow for me was slide 10 and 11, because like the inferences about the society, they were caring a lot about how they looked during this age more than like their health or something, because in slide 10 it shows like somebody with kind of a normaler body type and what their organs look like, and then in the second one how their organs are all smushed together because of the corsets, and what that could be doing to their health and stuff. So their society, I mean, it's more geared toward what they look like instead of like the health of their organs.
Yeah, wow, that picture was crazy.
Yeah. Oh my, scary.
And, like I thought it was kind of funny that they're forming in like full on dresses and
Yeah,
suits. Like who
exactly.
does that?
Like I can't do that.
I know. Probably super hot or
Yeah,
very comfortable.
for sure.
But like I also see like you know how when we were talking about the Regency fashion, I see
Mhm.
like how some people are dressed with like clothes all the way to their neck, all the way to their wrists, like fully covered. And then
Yeah.
Yeah.
like in some
Up to
pictures,
recover.
yeah, some pictures it shows more revealing stuff. So maybe it's still
Just, yeah.
still kind of the same in the Regency fashion where in the daytime they wore more covered clothes and then at night it was more revealing. So
Yeah, they have their day and their evening ones.
oh, hey Samson.
Hello, Sam.
Wait, turn your mic on. Sam, turn your mic on. There
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go.
There you
So,
Okay. Yeah, we just barely started. We're still
Okay,
on the
perfect.
first question. Do you have the questions up, Sam?
Sorry, you're talking to me?
Yeah, do you have the questions up?
Yeah, somewhere over here. Okay, I got it.
Okay, we're still on the
your
first
number
question.
one.
If you wanna like
Okay, so
input.
this, as you look at the pictures of the Victorian fashion, what sorts of inferences can you draw about the society?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did you get
go.
anything from it?
Um, I really can't. I didn't know what inferences mean, but I just like looking at the pictures. Just show like how progressive their, I guess, the culture is changing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at it now. Hold it back up.
Okay. We can move on to the next one.
Okay, good idea. It says, what sort of meaning can we
Yeah.
attach to
The
the
number two.
changes in women's sense of what shape their bodies should have, or the fact that their hairstyles were simplified?
Yeah, these questions are so similar to the other one. I said you need to have some changes in. Oh no, wait. Let me take another look at their hair.
I know, I didn't really pay attention to their hair as much as their clothes.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it seems like they're being
Ah,
more detailed with the hair again.
and
yeah.
that's probably why she's asking
It
the question,
make
like, we didn't
the
even notice their
hair.
hairstyle.
Yes.
Like, it
Yeah.
didn't have as much meaning. So what did that mean? I don't know, just that they weren't concerned about their hair.
um, what sort of meaning can we attach to the changes in the women's sense of what shape they have? As I look at those the chest, they're so skinny. I think they're size 10 or 9. And I,
14.
as I look at them, I see the with their bodies. And I was thinking about here in my culture in Tonga. Um, right now is if I mean only when they're so young that they still have those size. And as I see the changes in their shapes, the body, the people here in our islands, they're gaining a lot now, and they're not. But as I see those dresses, and I see they're so skinny, but the dress is going that big, and I see how those girls in that time are so brave to get be able to control and hold that big dress, and I see in the meaning that can attach to me the changes in the women's size, and I see that right now women's eating a lot now, gaining a lot, and I see the shapes their body that they have the effect of their hairstyle. As I see their hairstyle, they it just back in those time we I can say that it was normal. They don't even care what style. They just all half it in the middle and put it at the side
You
and
curl
let
it in
go in the
the
front. And
yeah.
some goes at the back and curl it at the back. And I can see those hairstyle that I think it was the hairstyle was so easy to do it, but the dress they're having it was uh, so big, and I think it was cost a lot of materials and a lot of time to sew it and a lot of time to decorate it in those styles, and that's my idea.
Thanks. That's so true. I feel like in this era with their hair, like I guess it was just more a fashionable sense. They started wearing more like headpieces, like hats or whatever those covers are called, and ribbons. And I guess it was just like more accessorized to complement, I guess, the image,
Yeah.
dress, and their hair.
I feel
And
almost
yeah,
like there's a change from the first pictures that we saw a couple of whatever units ago. And with this one, because this one, their hair is like always up or something,
yeah.
and
I feel like it's not.
their
Oh, what's up, Kelvin?
focus is like their
I
faces. Hey,
Yeah.
Calvin.
sorry, I didn't
Oh,
get the
you're good.
notification until now.
You're good. We're just on the third question. Oh,
Um, I just wanted to add to that. I think it was interesting their corsets that they have. They seem like they're a lot more tight than before, and they're trying to make that, I guess, Coke bottle. Like, I know they didn't have Coke bottles back then, but like that kind of shape. They're
Yeah.
trying to show their bodies like that. I
Hourglass.
feel, I feel like
hmm
it's uncomfortable to wear that, but I mean, I guess that was their style.
Mm.
Yeah, it looks
So,
like a skirt.
yeah, we were talking about how it like sucked all their organs in and how that looked super painful.
and it looks kind of ridiculous how they have it so tight, and it's like a huge poofy down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People in there, 4 people.
Yeah.
quite dramatic.
I guess that's like how the culture, because you always see in the movies like how like girls always like sucking in their stomach and then like someone's tying it in the back. But just yeah, it must be the culture. Because like, why would anyone want to do something painful as that to their body?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that goes along with the next question, like the way that they think about themselves or the way people think about women. Like they were really needing to accentuate their features or something.
Yeah.
And the tight waist was one way to do that.
hmm I also think it's,
Yeah.
well, we've kind of covered this a lot, but it's pretty superficial because they can't, they have to show themselves as a certain way instead of actually showing who they actually are.
Yeah. And this one especially affects their health, so they're not
Yeah,
caring about that as much.
pretty dangerous for them.
Yeah.
Like the girls, like they're also
Yeah.
just more like looks expensive, looks super nice. They got small stomachs, and the guys are just like a suit and a jean or a top hat, like generic stuff.
Yeah, I actually like the guy's style. It seems pretty classy, and a lot of that style is still used today. So, like their suits and how they dress up.
Mm. Yeah, I noticed how they had like the mismatching,
Yeah. Pants
uh,
and tops.
yeah,
Yeah.
the pants and the suit top, and how that's coming into style more.
Yeah. Like.
Also the double-breasted suits and that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. That. Don't you think that's like so much clothes to be wearing? Even for the girls, that's just too much layers. I don't think it's getting any simplified or any simpler.
Mm.
But again, hats seem to be in for men too.
They're all wearing like the top hats,
Yeah.
which I don't know what that really says about them. Maybe it's just so they can have like the illusion that they're taller or more
Oh,
Probably.
slender.
could be.
I don't know.
Never thought of it like that.
Yeah, I didn't either. I don't know what the meaning of that top hat is.
I just think of Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
Was
You?
was
A
he
tall
was he,
guy?
was he born around this era?
I think he was after.
I don't know.
Fashion lasted all the way to him. Shoot.
You know the second picture with the girls like wearing that headband thing? Is that they look like kind of like a missionary, like pilgrim kind of type?
Yeah.
I
I
went,
didn't know what to call it. I was like those cloths over their heads.
yeah, I don't
Oh,
know,
the
like,
bonnet. It's a
Bonnet,
bonnet,
yeah.
yeah. It's like what the pioneers wore too.
Do you know why they wore
Yeah,
such
and
things?
those the pioneers they.
Maybe it's so they didn't have
Yeah.
to fix their hair.
Yeah, I thought I never really thought about it. I was just like, oh yeah, pioneers wear bonnets. But maybe it was just an accessory, kind of like a top hat was for a man. But
Yeah.
maybe it like shaped their or framed their face just so they looked super pretty.
Maybe.
I don't
there's
know.
only two pictures that the girls have that. So I wonder if like if they are like Christian or if they're that's like a I don't know like a Christian thing or missionary.
Oh,
Everyone else doesn't have that. All the other girls don't have that.
Oh, that's true. Maybe it showed more, what's the word? Oh, I
Faith,
can't forget the word.
religion.
Modesty.
Yeah.
yeah, it could have shown modesty. Sure.
Modesty.
Hey, it could be.
Yeah.
What's a bustle? In the question, it asks like the significance of a tight-waisted corset, and we've talked about that. But it asks the bustle. Is that another word for a corset?
I'm probably assuming that's the poofy part of the dress. You know how like it doesn't really touch them, those wires under it thingy that they wear, and then the dress
The
just goes
hoops.
over it. I think that's what it is. I just assumed it was that. I don't know, let me search it.
I think that there's less variation for men because, well, as for me at least, I don't like taking a long time to get ready,
Mm.
and so I feel like most men are that way too.
That's true.
They
Uh,
want it as facile as possible.
yeah. I think because um, men's and women's are different in their bodies, and then the men's they have less time to less variation for men than women's. Different in their body. The women seems sometimes thinking so special, and they don't like for men's. They don't apply makeups and take more time in the. But the ladies, the women's, they I think. They have more variation than the men. And I think men they don't really care about their what they're gonna wear and whatever. The women's they care more about themselves and all those small details. And the men's they're not really like the women's. Yeah.
Not true.
Yeah, I think it could come from the poems that we've been reading too, like how women were seen back in that time, like that they were to be looked at, and so that's why women had to spend a lot of time, and the men didn't need to, and so they could just dress simply.
That's true.
Or also maybe the whole reason
And the
why,
men's don't have long hair,
yeah,
all
Yeah,
those
or
things.
maybe that's the reason why corsets and bustles were created because women, they probably just felt like they needed to add more to their look. So like
hmm
corsets like accented a thin waist, and then the bustle kind of gave them that poofy bottom to their dress where kind of like I guess I don't know, I'm thinking of it like animals, like for certain animals, like the more feathers or colors you have, the more attractive you are. So maybe the more poofy your bustle skirt was, the more attractive you are, or maybe it gave
yeah.
mass or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't know how else.
We should bring that back. Is that what you're saying,
No,
Kelvin?
I would definitely not wear that, especially not
I,
in
I,
person.
I
I'm
think
just
that
joking.
what you said makes sense. Not that I like that.
Yeah, I guess that's just how they liked it back then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's weird to be honest, but
Yeah.
You guys see the pictures? There's like two pictures with like there's a little girl. Like both pictures, there's like a little girl that's dressed super nice with the older woman.
Oh yeah, yeah, I see that. I see that.
And like
hmm
even when they're like a young age, like they're already starting to dress nice. They have like hairbands, they have all this
Their
like
dress
fancy.
is actually shorter too.
Yeah, they're like really
Yeah.
tiny.
That's a good analysis.
That was pretty interesting. from a young age they already starting to dress nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in slide 18, I think even the whole bustle look probably makes it look like they have a big butt.
Yeah.
The picture slide 18.
Also I think it's the third slide. They're wearing like really bright colors,
Uh-huh.
kind of like a light blue, like a powder blue.
Pink, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was interesting because they show more of the colors in the other photos. They don't really show the colors. And then the other ones, they have like the huge bustle, and then you can see the corset, and they have the really big sleeves again too.
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
ripples.
Huge
Yeah.
sleeves.
I don't know. I'm not very fashionable, so analyzing other people's fashion is difficult for me.
Yeah. I really think it could have been like a peacock effect where they just
Yeah,
were feeling like we need to show our colors and to
Yeah,
attract more.
even the dresses in like slide 14 through 16, they kind of have like a peacock kind of design in the back, like it draws attention to the back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
they
there's
have
even a little girl too.
bows back there design. So,
Like their feathers dragging on the ground.
mhm.
Yeah, 18 has especially big back. I don't know if that's normal.
And it also looks like they have like something extending
Side.
around their backside, so it looks like it's like sticking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
you probably
yeah.
have to have really good posture back
Like
then.
piping or something.
Yeah, piping to hold things up, yeah.
Mhm.
It's funny because
That's
like
why,
the last picture on 21, like that last picture of the girls, is probably the most simplified dress, that white dress with the her hair's down.
and even her hair is down, so
Yeah,
simple.
Yeah. I didn't like
So
that one was
simple.
totally different.
Yeah, it looks simple.
she's standing on like on a wolf mat or something like that. Like, oh,
Oh
she as well.
yeah,
Didn't notice that part.
I know. Maybe that just showed her different class. Maybe she was coming out of the middle class. She hunts on her own. I don't know.
The last question says, how do these things relate to such issues as relationships between men and women, or the fact that the middle class had become clearly a class of power in England?
Um,
Relationship, organize my idea.
yeah.
Yeah,
Please.
Um, the relationships that I was thinking about women's, sometimes women's are dominant than the men. For example, as a husband and a wife. And men, they always respect women's, and their role as the partner for men, for husband and wife, for men and women, the Lord's were set them to be equal partner. But and I was thinking of the relationship of these two, they sometimes women have power, and sometimes they dominate the family and the society. And I was thinking about the women's in the ability. They are sometimes well organized, as which they help the men in that side. And I was how this thing related to the idea and the relationship that this one having. I was thinking about those uh, PowerPoint pictures that we see that shows how respect the women are. And I was thinking about here, it's applied also in the culture, here in our culture, that men's respecting women's a lot. And the women's are taking the first maturity in everything they were doing. For example, if you go to a restaurant and you see the queue, if you saw a man in the front, if that man saw a woman, he will go back and they let that woman go first. And I think that's the idea and the example and experience that I share. I want to share. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that the oh, go ahead.
Mega.
Just that the thought that middle class had the power is just that the dress, that because people could afford these things, it wasn't like so high class and it wasn't super poor, that it was middle class, that was the majority of the people, and so that's what the majority of the people wore, and that kind of created the power, and even that held the most force within the society.
I think the simplicity has a lot to say with it, say about that, because the dress and men was the working class usually those days. So it just kind of goes to show that the middle class was more powerful because they were becoming more simplistic in their fashion, and there's a lot of stuff up for that.
And I guess
That's
the
good.
last question said like how the middle class was clearly like class power, or the middle class had become clearly the class power in England. So I guess that's saying like that's why it was like a culture for all of them. It's because like the middle class was the leading class for I guess that time period. Like today, like how the social norm is that what the social norm was back then.
Yay. Sorry, I don't know how to answer this question. I'm just trying to like listen to your guys' answers.
It's perfect.
But that's it.
Awesome.
Do you know who's running the paper for today?
Yes. Who wants to write this paper?
I can do today's.
You want to do this one?
I can do this one.
So we have turn each already.
Yeah, we all wrote a paper
Yeah.
already.
Oh, okay. Then we start again from
Then we
Julia
can go
now.
through and
Okay,
Yeah,
Julia, you're starting it.
I got you guys.
sweet.
Awesome. And then do we have a hangout on Friday
I
or
think
next
so.
week?
No, I think it's this Friday.
Okay,
Pretty sure.
sounds
Oh,
good.
this Friday.
Yes. So
Uh,
maybe after this, we'll just email each other our available times again.
Okay,
Sounds good.
Okay.
sounds good. Thanks,
Good,
y'all.
guys. I'll send you the link.
uh,
Julia.
good, good.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Okay,
Yeah.
see ya.
Bye.